How's it going, guys? So we have 2 full bunks and we're just getting started with the last one right now. This should be the last day of harvesting corn for the year. We actually only have 25 acres left and it would take about 45 acres to fill this 3rd bunk. So we only have plastic up to right there. It's like 3/4 of the way up. They're getting started cutting the field right out there. And then there's just 1 field over there and the rest of it's across the road. We're waiting for the first load to come in and then we're gonna put some feed on the edges to hold the plastic down because the breeze has been kicking up some. We just started feeding out of the bunk we filled 2 weeks ago. Finished the ag bag over there, that's completely gone. Yeah, we have about 2,000 tons between those 2 bunks and then should be able to get about 600 in here today, and that'll give us enough for the year, and we want to have a little bit of carryover next year before we harvest. These strips at the home farm they cut the other night when it was dark for the 2nd bunk, and there's just 1 field left from that corn planted at the same time they're working at right now. That's gonna be the driest field, and once they're done with that, then they're gonna move into the corn we planted on May 27th. So it was our latest corn. They did 1 field and our pusher tractor didn't show up right away, so we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 load or something in here, 8. And we don't want to put any more until we get it pushed out and start packing it down. So he just showed up. We're gonna let him push this in. We want to get the silage packed down as good as we can, so he's starting to push it up and pack it. I'm gonna get this sheep's footed roller going. Looks like we got a problem.
That's heavy steel.
Yeah, I can't understand. That looks like all clean brakes on.
Well, no, some of it. That looks like it might have been broke before. I bet you it was cracked.
Just snapped clean off.
are going to be the final loads of the harvest for 2020 coming in. We might have 2 more loads.
We have a little more than 2,500 tons total in these 3 bunks, and combine that with the little bit we put in the silo at this farm, there's another 250 or 300 in there. So that's going to give us enough to go into next year. Now that the corn is off, it's time to get manure hauled and get the cover crops seeded. So we've been hauling manure. My uncle's been working at that today. He's at lunch right now, but I'm working at hauling the box manure with our rite spreader. Yesterday we had a custom manure hauling crew come in and they hauled a bunch of the land that's farther from the farm, so we're not going to be doing that ourselves this year, which will save a lot of time. We're going to go ahead and start hauling. I'm going to head around the back of the barns, and we got a manure pile back there behind the heifer and dry cow barns, so I got to circle around through the field to get to it. And I forgot my drink, so we're going to have to stop. Got to keep my hydration up. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather this week. All the corn is off. That's a nice feeling. When the corn's up, you're at risk for a hurricane coming through or something. You never know what can happen. So once it's harvested and in the bunks, it's just a nice feeling knowing we're set. I was working at this some yesterday. Dry cow barn's right there, heifer barn here. We scraped the manure out the end, and we have this pit under right here that we're gonna have to clean out too this week or next week. It's really not that full though. We got the pit for the liquid, and then the solid stuff we just pile out here on the concrete. And we gotta scoop it up, put it in the box spreader. Got it all cleaned up. That manure had been building up for a while because we were waiting for corn to get harvested, so it's nice to get it done.